Hello, business analytics superstars, and welcome to Chapter 19, Constrained Optimization Models. Now, when faced with making decisions, whether in business or daily life, we often encounter a dilemma. How do we make the best choice when we have limited resources? This is really the essence of constrained optimization. It's about finding the optimal solution, whether that's maximizing profits or minimizing costs, say, while navigating the real world constraints that we all have to deal with, such as time, budgets, and resource availability. In the context of constrained optimization, you might be deciding on the best mix of products to produce, the optimal allocation of a marketing budget, or the right schedule for manufacturing, all while staying within set limits. Constraints can vary from financial limits to deadlines, and understanding how these restrictions shape decisions is crucial for arriving at the best possible outcome. So, why constrained optimization? Well, choices are everywhere in decision making. However, the number of choices can become overwhelming, especially when there are several restrictions that narrow down the possibilities. So the goal of constrained optimization is to make the best decision to either maximize a desirable outcome, such as profits or customer satisfaction, or minimize an undesirable one, such as costs or risks, while working within constraints, i.e. ensuring that the chosen solution doesn't exceed the set limits, such as budget, available resources, or time constraints. Constraint optimization is used in many areas of business, from operations, when choosing production levels, to marketing, when allocating budgets, to finance, when maximizing portfolio returns. Now, when solving constraint optimization problems, we often rely on models. As we know, a model is simply a way to represent the problem, in our case, algebraically, so that we can work out the best solution. So consider a few practical examples. A manufacturer wants to maximize profits, but is limited by available raw materials and machine time. A marketing team needs to maximize reach within a set advertising budget. A project manager wants to minimize time to complete a project, but resources like labor and equipment are, of course, limited. These problems are mathematically formulated with the objective, such as maximizing profit, and constraints, like raw materials and time, defined clearly. Note that we need to express the objective, such as profit or cost, as a mathematical function. For example, if you're maximizing profits, your function might include prices, sales volumes, and costs. Constraints are then expressed as either inequalities or equalities, representing the limits of resources such as raw materials, time, or budget. Now in Excel, the solver add-in is a powerful tool for finding the optimal solution to these kinds of problems. Solver can determine the best mix of variables, such as quantities of products or budget allocations, to maximize or minimize the objective while respecting the defined constraints. Now, in the real world, things change. Budgets get cut, resources become scarce, and deadlines shift. Sensitivity analysis helps us understand how sensitive our optimal solution is to these changes. For example, if a constraint becomes more restrictive and a tighter budget, we can then assess how much this affects the optimal solution and even to determine how much we would be willing to pay to loosen a particular constraint. An important marketing application of constraint optimization is conjoint analysis. This technique helps businesses understand consumer preferences by determining how consumers make trade-offs between different product attributes. For example, when buying a smartphone, some consumers might prioritize, let's say, battery life, while others may focus on camera quality. Conjoint analysis allows marketers to then determine which features are most important to which consumers, and then create products or marketing campaigns that will maximize satisfaction. In conjoint analysis, we first estimate the value consumers place on different product features, such as battery life, screen size, even price, and then use this information to model consumer preferences and predict how changes to a product or its price will then impact consumer demand. So by mastering constrained optimization models, you'll then be able to make better business decisions, efficiently allocate resources, and adapt quickly to changing constraints. Whether it's optimizing production, schedules, marketing budgets, or even product features, these tools are essential for effective decision-making in today's complex business environment. So, superstars, are you ready? Well, let your excitement be unconstrained.